I don't even know where to start. I don't know. So the date today is currently the 3rd of May 2019. Just got here from school, done my chores, lit my candles. It's raining, so I thought let's just sit down and chat. The words that are now about to come out of my mouth, I never ever thought I would be saying, because I struggle with life. Let's just go back to the beginning. So I have obviously got, currently she's 3.5-year-old, and she was planned P. I gave birth, loved life until she hit 2, and then the toddler stage started, and I really struggled being a mum, and I was very much on the border of, do we have another one, do we not? If you aren't aware, I come from a very small family. I have my family on 2 hands, like we are a very small family. Neil comes from a bigger family. He is one of 3 boys, so he's got 2 other brothers. They've got children, they've got wives. Neil's got a bigger family compared to myself. So when the toddler stage started, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to have another one. And then we moved house. So last year we got married and we moved house. So last year was a very big year for us. Prior to P turning into a toddler and me being completely naive as to how toddlers are, I wanted to fall pregnant August 18, like end of summer 18, to then give birth spring summer 2019. That was my plan, because I'm a serial planner, which I'm sure you'll all understand. I love plans, lists. I know life doesn't always go by a plan, but that's just how I like to live my life. Obviously last year we got married, so life was taken up until May, getting married, and then we had the summer together, and then we moved. We found out we're moving into this place in July, but we got it in the October because we did the renovation. And then by the time we moved in, got settled, it was P's birthday, and then it was Christmas, and then I had nursery to deal with from January up until now. Obviously I'm still dealing with it and going through the situation, but life has been busy. In that time I struggled being a mum to a toddler and thinking, fucking hell, like this is really hard, blah blah. I filmed a video, I think it was in February, and I had an emotional breakdown. It just feels like a massive weight's just been lifted off my shoulders, and it's the weirdest thing. Oh, I need to put it together before I start talking, because if not, this video is just not gonna go in any direction. Look at me, for Christ's sake. I don't think I'm gonna have any more. Like I've said, for the past God knows how long, I've been having this internal battle in my head saying to me, like I have like one person on one side and another person on the other saying like, you should have a baby, you shouldn't have a baby, it's not right for your mental state, oh but it would be good for P. And this morning I was just cleaning the bathroom, just thinking to myself and weighing up why I'm doing it, and I'm weighing up the battle that I'm having, and the only reason I would be having another one is for P. Everyone does struggle, and it's not as easy or as simple as it looks from the vlogs. Love you.
Love you.
You're my best friend.
Oh, that love you.
Thanks. Who's your best friend? Mummy. Is Mummy your best friend?
Yes.
Is Daddy your best friend?
Yeah.
Good. Do you want a brother or a sister?
No.
Good job. I haven't put it online because I don't feel like it's appropriate. It's like a 20-minute video of me sobbing my eyes out, saying I don't want another baby, I can't cope, blah blah, like what happened in my life isn't going to happen to P. Like I got moved around a lot, I never had stability or continuity, like I was never close to my friends and my family because I got moved around so much. I moved countries, like I went through a lot, and I was like, I'm never gonna make P go through what I've been through, blah blah blah. She'll always have her friends, she'll always have her family around her. I'm okay only having one. After I made that video, I felt like a massive weight had lifted off my shoulders. I'm sure I would have put in a clip of as to how I was being. A massive weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I felt relieved in the sense that I finally made a decision. I know I've got the rest of my life to have children, but I feel and felt like this is the year. I feel like it's the cut-off time. And like I said, I know if it happens in 10 years time, then that will be what it will be. But for me, I feel like this year is the year. So I made that video, felt like a massive weight was lifted off my shoulders. I was getting my life back. I've obviously got my 2 jobs. I am content with P. She goes to nursery. I'm happy with my body and my appearance in the home. Everything is perfect. I'm very content with how everything is. And it scares the living daylights out of me to rock something that works so perfectly well. And that is, I think that's why I made the decision back in like February. I was like, I'm not having any more, I'm done. Like, I'm happy, that is what it is. But then I started thinking about it in a different light. I've always said that I want P to have a sibling because I don't have one. P, if she doesn't have a sibling, she'll, again, I'm thinking way in advance, and I overthink things, and this is one of my problems. I'm such an overthinker. I have overthought this so much, it's ridiculous. And when people say you just need to do it, you do just need to do it. P won't ever be an auntie like me. Like, I'm not an auntie. I never, obviously I am by marriage, but by blood I'm not. And things like that started to play on my mind. We went to soft play a couple of weeks ago, and P was playing on her own. And I hated that. I hated that she was on her own and like just always wanting me for reassurance. And obviously I get it because she's a little girl and she obviously loves me and wants me to play with her. But I hate the fact that I'm being selfish in respect of not giving her a sibling. I was watching Ambulance last night. If you don't know what Ambulance is, it's like a BBC documentary where we follow paramedics go on the road, go to jobs, see different people, take them to hospitals, things like that. It's a really good programme. It's a woman who lost all of her family and she was on her own. And I hate the thought of P being on her own, or say for example myself or Neil get ill or something awful happens. I don't want P to go through life being on her own. I know I'm overthinking this massively, but I'm just documenting my thoughts. So I sat on the sofa last night and started talking to Neil, and I was like, I don't know how I feel. When I said about how I didn't want any more, and Neil's like, yeah, that's fine, like, I'm happy with one, I'm happy to expand our family if you want to, like, it's all on you and how you feel. He's so relaxed, it really got on my nerves. So I was like, can we just chat and weigh up how we feel about this? And he was like, I'll do whatever you want to do. So I was like, great, thanks for the input. And I said to him, if it was D-Day and you were going to have a vasectomy, or you had the chance to have one more child, would you pick to have another child? And he said yes. So I was like, right, okay, so your be-all and end-all is to have another child. And I was just sort of lying in bed thinking, when I get to 35, am I going to look back on my life with a, I think she'll be 13, with a 13-year-old and think, I wish I stopped being selfish and I wish I had another child? And the answer was yes, I do think I would regret not having another one. There's nothing stopping me when I'm 35 having another one, or when I'm 30. But like I said, I don't want the age gap to get any bigger than what it is. P will be 4.5, 5 if we fall pregnant and we manage to have a second. And I don't want it to get any bigger, because then it'll be 2 completely different points of their life constantly. So we made the decision, like we were lying in bed talking about it and thinking that we will start trying for baby number 2, which makes me want to vomit, the thought of it. I am absolutely terrified. Like I said, I'm so content with life and I know what to expect, and I think this is why I've made it into such a big issue in my head. When you go from no children to 1, you have this idealistic view of coffee dates and you bouncing back into shape, You get a couple of weeks of sleepless nights, but it's okay. You don't know what to expect when you're going from none to one. So that has scarred me for the past 3 years of thinking, Jesus Christ, this is going to be so hard. But I like to think it's going to be worth it in the long run. I was saying to Ellie, the days are long, but the years are short. I can't believe in November he will be 4. I've been a stay-at-home mum for 4 years. That's insane. If I've done it once, I can do it again. I've got everything we need. I know what I'm doing. I know what to expect. I don't really know what else to say. I am terrified, but I feel like it's the right time. I know you can't put a time on these things, but like I said, I'm a massive planner, and I was talking to Ellie about it, and I was like, how can you function when both of your pregnancies were a surprise? Like, I literally can't get my head around it. But she hasn't had time to think about it over in her head like I have, and I've talked myself in on it, out of it. It's been awful. It's been absolutely awful. But I do feel like it's the right time. P starts school, like full-time school. She'll be in reception in 2020, September. So I then get the time at home and also get the time as a family in school holidays, at the weekend, and I feel like it would be easier again, or manageable for me. So that's where I'm at. I don't know if you're ever going to see this clip. I don't know if I'm ever going to be brave enough to put it online, because I am very open and very honest, and I feel like people are too afraid to share their opinions online through judgment or criticism. But I want to try and break the barrier and let people know that it is okay to be okay, like be okay with how you feel. I think that's why so many people suffer with mental health, is because they're not speaking about it and they're not being open and honest. And I think if I wasn't honest and didn't talk about how I feel struggling with P and things like that, I would be depressed. So that's where I'm at. I don't know when we're gonna start. Like I said, it's now May. I don't want time to go anymore. It took me 6 months to fall pregnant with P, and the minute we stopped trying was when we fell pregnant. But I had been on the pill for 5 years solidly. I haven't been on the pill for 2 years because I just don't like taking it. I always forgot, and I don't like feeling like I should put something in my body to regulate things or stop things. I just don't like it. So you never know. I might fall pregnant quickly, I might not. I have no clue. I might not fall pregnant at all, and you might not ever see this. But I wanted to film from day one of my thoughts. You never know, a month down the line I might actually evaluate the situation and think, oh, I don't know. I can't ever imagine going, like, walking down the road and holding 2 hands, or needing 2 swings to be free at the park, or asking for a table for 4 instead of a table for 3, needing family passes. That's what I mean by overthinking things. I just need to get pregnant now, because once it's done, it's done, and I can't go back. Blood tests, glucose test again. I don't sign up for that. I don't want that. Oh God. Not having pelvic floor, stretch marks. This is what I mean. Go round and round and round. I'm going to stop talking. I don't know if I'm going to make this an individual video. I'm not going to know if I'm going to put it in a video. Who knows? But these are my thoughts, and I'll see you next time.